Greetings, this is Dan, and welcome to another adventure, an exploration. We call it the Jesus Entrepreneur Collective. About 15 or 20 minutes and just a point of conversation. And today I'd like to remind you that this is not about the Christian religion or Christianity. And I'd also like to talk to you about your power colors. That's right, your power colors. Well, here's the story. Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Jesus Entrepreneur Collective. And again, ladies and gentlemen, again, what Ritz-Carlton said, we are ladies and gentlemen who are serving ladies and gentlemen. And in today's world, in the lack of so much civility and courtesy in our world, I think it's kind of nice for some of us to simply say, that's something we would aspire to if we don't really reach it yet, but we want to be ladies and gentlemen and do what they would do in almost classic style. So the Jesus Entrepreneur Collective is what we are all about, and I just simply wanted to do today to please, we would like for you, this is going to go and grow. And I have a feeling that it's going to be worldwide in some ways, because what we are all about is not about the Christian religion. It is the Christian Entrepreneur Network legally. And of course, we are going to deal with many people who call themselves Christians and with many people who are involved in Christian churches. But this is not about those things. This is about Jesus and business. Jesus and you as an aspiring, or perhaps wannabe, or perhaps starting to be, or, hey, I made it. I'm an entrepreneur. The Jesus Entrepreneur Collective. Faith. Yeah. Faith in who? Jesus. Purpose. From who? Jesus. Innovation. From who? Jesus. Impact. Oh, you want to know about somebody who had an impact? Look to Jesus. So it's about him and business and you, and specifically about entrepreneurship. And we believe it is one of the more important things to do. Someone asked me, they said, Stan, there's a lot of people who are asking for money. And of course, you do a little bit of that. And I said, I do a little bit, but not much. But I would appreciate those of you who would like to be what I would call at least founding friends. And that will cost you $100. I would like that. That would be an initial contribution. But what we want to do is that we will support this work by doing the work, by creating value, by giving people something that helps them make more money, be better at business, be better at the marketplace, and do so in such a way that even Jesus would smile and say, well done. You are a Jesus entrepreneur. You did it well. I like that. You know, way to go. Way to go. That's what this is all about. And I believe, and I don't ever use the word calling anymore. So people say, are you called? I don't know if I'm called to anything. I know that I have been given a certain inclination and perhaps a somewhat of a little bit of a commission, certainly something that is deep inside of me that as a result of all of my experiences, I want to be in the business of helping particularly. Here we go. This is the cause. I particularly want to help, especially young men, and possibly young women, but it'll come along a little bit later, help young men and maybe their partners to be very, very good at being entrepreneurs. So they make more money, because that's what you have to do. No money, no margin, no mission. Build a better business that makes a difference, makes a profit, and do so in such a way that Jesus would smile. He'd say, yeah, you can put my name on the business. And please keep in mind, I'm also encouraging people to remember that Jesus is asking you to be a partner in his business. Are you doing that? It's a business. Would you be a partner in it? And he might say, by the way, I want you to be an apprentice. And would you kind of, those of you who are with me, would you kind of think that that's what you and I are doing in this work that we do, being an apprentice? Now, are there other great and worthy? There are many worthy causes, and many of them because they do rescue and humanitarian and work with people in terrible circumstances that might be more worthy of your money than this one. And I understand that. That's why I don't really ask for a lot. I just ask for a little help occasionally. But it is a worthy cause. It may not be the most worthy one, but it certainly is a worthy cause. And we're going to then flow into helping you, because you're going to have to be a communicator and a broadcaster in this world. We have another class, which we simply call, or another collective. That's right. It's always a collective. It's how to be a Jesus broadcaster collective. Learn how to communicate the way Jesus did. He was remarkable. In fact, and Jesus is the source. As someone put together, one of my friends said, he was the Jesus human. He was the human. He was the man. He was the human, Jesus human. And we were wanting to be transformational in that we have that view of him. And it will be new, and it will be entrepreneurial, and it will be different. In fact, my hope would be is that a number of people will begin to join the collective. As one of them said to me, Stan, I'm not ready for Jesus, but what you're saying makes a whole lot of sense. And I think I could use it. Is it okay for me to be kind of a seeker, a smeller, a thinker about Jesus? And I said, that's exactly the kind of people Jesus worked with. He said, I didn't come to save those who think they have it all together. I came to help people who are looking for how they can put it together. So I simply want to share that with you and ask you to continue. And I thank you who are involved so far to really join me in helping us to make this happen. And we're going to work very hard to make it happen. Now, one of the other things that I share with people, and I'm going to do it right now, and hopefully you'll see it. One of the books that is significant in my life is an old book. It's 100 years old, you know. It's well worn. Now, you can't see it in the camera because it's too dark, but in effect, it is called Streams in the Desert. Now, it has been updated, but actually it goes back 100 years ago. And it is one of the finest books, one of the finest stories that you will find in terms of helping people deal with difficult things. It is geared for people who are going through tough times, who are in the desert of difficulty and despair and distress. But the encouragement is there are streams of living water in the desert, and that's where the spiritual life can really grow. And in fact, what it will say is, if you want to make it in the world today, the tough times will come, but you can be tougher. You can handle it. Now, in it, there was also something else, and let me change into my granny reading glasses because I don't particularly like them all the time. I don't, but when I read, I have to wear, and these are the granny glasses that my grandson said I should have. He said, look a little bit cooler. July 14th, which I came back to yesterday, was one of the great inspirations. And so I'm going to just read this. It says this from the Psalms: bind the sacrifice with cords, even unto the horns of the altar. Now, just let that sit. But here's what happened. Saying this, wilt thou bind us, most blessed Spirit, and enamor us with the cross? Wow. And let us never leave it. Bind us with the scarlet cord of redemption and the golden cord of love and the silver cord of hope. I will tell many of you who are building a business, get your power colors and always use them. Always insist that everything that comes from your business has power color in it. Colors are powerful. There's a number of my friends who I just simply want to say to them, your logo is boring. It is dull. It doesn't do anything. Now, you see, there I have told all my designers and told all my AI guys, everything we do has to we are dealing with black and white and red, gold, and silver for the Jesus Entrepreneur Collective and for everything I do. Those are the power colors. Well, you see, in effect, that's a little bit about what we have up there. Sometimes we use 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes we use 1 or 2 of them. Sometimes we may only use 1 of them. But we always include something in our power colors. So I'm asking you to think about that too. We have to make an impact. We have to be seen. We have to be present in the marketplace. And we have to be really good at what we do. And we have to learn how to make our mark. And so that's what I'm hopefully going to do in the few years that I have left to me, because I really want to, when they carry me out, they say, he was the man who helped other younger men and with his partners helped many young women to become men of might and women of wonder in the marketplace. Men of might and women of wonder in the marketplace. There we go. Thank you for taking time to me on this June day. And please keep in touch. Please write to me at stan@witradio.net, stan@witradio.net. And for a number of you, I would appreciate, and I'm grateful. But as we go forward, I'm still looking. I would like to get, 3, 12, and maybe 70, just like Jesus did, who would say, Stan, we are founding friends. And then we'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. We have faith. We don't know anything for certain, but we do know that there is a person who can give us a certainty about who we're called to be and what we're called to do. And most importantly, that we are called to serve. Remember, that is principle number 1 in the Jesus Entrepreneur Collective. You've got to serve somebody because you already do. And that's where Bob Dylan got it right. Thank you for your time. And we are going to be now announcing a number of classes and courses and experiences that you can take advantage of. And hopefully you'll work together with others on it. And they will be good. There will be a good teaser, but then you'll have to pay the fee. Not everything is free. And everything that is worthwhile has a cost to it. Remember that. Take care. I appreciate you and your time. Till next time. Bye for now.